Well, hey everyone, this is Todd from ashotofadrenaline.net, and back at you with another interview. And today we have a special guest with us today, Elliott Hulse, and he really needs no introduction, but he is essentially a sensation on YouTube, a strength coach online. He's helped literally hundreds of thousands of people find and help develop the stronger version of themselves. And he's really more than just a strength coach online. He really goes into philosophy and helping people kind of dive deeper into themselves and asking questions that they may not have thought of before. And so Elliott, I'd like to welcome you to the show. How you doing?
Great, Todd. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So basically this interview, I know you've got like 800, 900 different videos online, and you talk a lot about strength and eating right, and so I'd really like to veer away from those typical questions of strength training and whatnot, and really kind of dive into what I see as a gap. And one of the reasons why I reached out to you, Elliott, is because you have the knowledge of the Western science of strength training, but you also have some experience with some of the Eastern traditional Chinese Qigong and Tai Chi and energy practices. And so what I'd like to do is kind of just do a little bit of brainstorming and some questioning and trying to find that marriage point between where East meets West in terms of strength training. How does that sound, Elliott?
That sounds interesting. Let's dance.
Let's dance. All right, let's do it. So in one of your videos, you talk about anabolic energies and techniques to build energy essentially separate from weight training, kind of talking about Qigong and energy use. Have you ever thought of using Qigong or energy-based practices or your anabolic energies while you're strength training or while you're powerlifting? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, when we're exercising, typically when we're exercising, if we're doing weight training or sprinting, plyometrics, things that we typically do in the gym, whether it's kettlebells or medicine balls or barbells, we're stimulating a branch of the central nervous system, which is you would call the autonomic nervous system. This is basically a part of your nervous system that does what it has to do without you having to think about it. And that is split down into two other halves also. One is your sympathetic branch, and one's the parasympathetic branch. That sympathetic branch is basically what we're stimulating when we're in the gym. It also is synonymous with the stimulation of catabolic hormones. So adrenaline, when you're getting ready to do a PR and you're deadlifting, you're getting all pumped up and you're ready, and you want to go. So you're in a catabolic state to a degree, but it's great because you need that breakdown in order to ultimately build up. And that's the other end of the spectrum that I think we tend to forget. We tend to think that, it's all about this activity that I'm engaging in. It's all about getting pumped up and working out, and not remembering that that's the breakdown portion of this two-sided coin. The other side is the parasympathetic stimulation of the autonomic nervous system, which stimulates the anabolic hormones. So as opposed to adrenaline and cortisol, these hormones that get you really jacked up and ready to sprint or to or fight or flight, you've got hormones like growth hormone, testosterone, DHEA. These are all build-up hormones. These are hormones that are anabolic, that are being stimulated when you do things like breathing deep, relaxing, meditating, going for a walk, even eating really healthy food in a peaceful manner. These are all things that happen when we let go. You see, it's not so much an activity, it's kind of a negative activity, if you will. It's kind of when we're so used to wanting to do stuff that even the parasympathetic stuff kind of takes on this like, well, I'm going to do parasympathetic, when really it's more of a let go and relax. And that's how we build a balanced physiology and ultimately a balanced neuromuscular system so we can look good and we can perform good.